Good morning, friends. The title of this video is in fact correct. I am beginning my adventure of traveling to Hawaii for just 5 hours. Of course, I have a 5.5 hour flight to get there and to get me home, but today is August 20th, 2020, and today I'll both be departing from San Diego and flying into San Diego to Hawaii and then back from Hawaii. So I'm making some final preparations here before I go ahead and drive to my my shuttle service to get me to the airport and to pick me up from the airport. So I'm gonna finish making these preparations, brush my teeth, and I'll catch up with you guys when I have everything prepared and I'm ready to fly. Because it's been a little too long since I've showered and I feel kind of nasty, and I do have these long flights ahead of me, I'm gonna take a quick shower, so I'll set up the camera, maybe with a nice Walmart background, and I'm just gonna rinse off real quick. But this is pretty much all I'm using to shower. Water, my towel to dry off. Let's do it. All right, I've gone ahead and dried off for the most part. I have my clothes laid out right here, waiting for me. And I'm gonna get into my clothes real quick, finish my preparations, even though there aren't many. I'm gonna finish my preparations and make my way over to the shuttle service. But just to give you guys an idea of what it's like to stay clean. There it is. All you need is a water bottle with some water and a towel to dry off, unless you want to air dry. I got one more thing to show you before I head out, and this is basically how I make it easy to give myself privacy, or at least a little bit of privacy while changing. So I've gone ahead and opened these two front doors, as you can see, and I have this clip right here. So let me show you. The first thing that I do is I tuck a towel into the handle on that back door. And after I do that, I then use this clip here. Take the other side of the towel, I put it over the lock here, and I just clip it right in. And there you go. That's a little bit of privacy. It's not too bad. It's quick and easy. And most importantly, it gets the job done. I figured I'd go ahead and include this in this video because why not? Right here is my 2018 Chevrolet Silverado travel log. It's mainly just for this trip, and as you can see, I just put a new page in, but here's my last page, and I basically document a bunch of the important numbers that I am tracking for whatever reason. It's just interesting to see how far each individual trip was, my departure and arrival location, what the odometer is at, the date. Might be cool to look back on this in a few years. And yeah, I think it's good to just track the car's statistics. All right, friends, well, I'm on my way to the shuttle drop-off. I'm about 10 minutes out, and I wanted to address something that I'm sure you guys are asking, and that's why am I going to Hawaii for 5 hours? So if you guys have been watching my channel long enough, or if you've been following along through this adventure, you know that one of my main goals of this adventure was to go to all 50 states in 2020. And considering Hawaii is a state, and of course, I think 2,500 miles off the coast of California, I had to make sure that I could get Hawaii into my travels at some point in time. So just like Alaska, the plan was to go to Hawaii for 3 days. And considering that was the original plan, I had planned to fly out of San Diego. I had made these plans to fly out of San Diego months before. And I was planning on taking the flight that I'm taking now, but I was planning on coming back on the 22nd. And considering I'm leaving on the 20th, that would have been 3 days. But as news has started to come out about Hawaii's current situation and their government has started to lock down a little bit, I became more and more aware that while in Hawaii for those 3 days, I unfortunately wouldn't have been able to do anything pretty much at all. I would have had to quarantine for 3 days, and I had to do the same thing in Alaska, but in Alaska, I was at least able to have access to a campsite. I came to find out that Hawaii has closed all of their campgrounds, and you can't even Airbnb to stay in quarantine as long as you're there. So because of all those complications, I decided to just make a day out of it, and I leave San Diego at 7:45 a.m. I have a 5.5 hour flight. I arrive in Hawaii. I have 5 hours there, and while I'm there, I'm gonna try to do something. I'm gonna try to get out and at least see Hawaii around the airport within walking distance. But I'm not totally sure what they're gonna allow. And then after those 5 hours, at about 3:30, I'm gonna fly out of Hawaii en route for San Diego, and that'll be the day. That'll be August 20th, 2020, when I flew to Hawaii for a 5-hour visit. So I hope that gives you guys a little bit of an explanation as to why I'm flying to Hawaii for just 5 hours. But I'm about 5 minutes out now from the shuttle service, and I'll keep you guys updated. Had my name being called over the speaker, but I made it to the gate. Plane's right here, and there she is, right there. And I'm on my way to Hawaii just in time. So I just spent some time over at one of those tables over there, just filling out a bunch of forms, tons of forms. And I'm only gonna be here for 5 hours, as you guys know. And as of now, they're not letting me leave the airport. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what I can do. So I'm gonna head this way. I hear there's a Starbucks over yonder. So we'll go that way and see what we can find. Well, here we are, outside in Hawaii. Oh my God, don't know if it's illegal, but what up, Hawaii? Yeah! Yeah, I honestly have no idea what to do. I have like 4.5 hours until I have my flight. I guess I gotta get some food, but I don't know where the food's at. I might be confined to the airport. But I'm gonna look around, I'm gonna talk to some people, see if they have any recommendations. But yeah, State 45. It's unbelievable. 90% of the way to going to all 50 states in 2020. I got advice from one of the sheriffs on duty at the airport. He said there was food over this way. So I'm gonna look around for some food. Got about 4 hours until the flight home. Oh my god. But I'm really, really hungry, so I'm gonna keep my eye out for some food. Well, I found the food court. And there's definitely a lot of restaurants here. California Pizza, Chow Mein Express, Pinkberry, but yeah, clearly they're all closed. So this is our option right here. I don't know that I've ever had Burger King, but now's a better time than ever. Come to Hawaii, and it's looking like I'm gonna get Burger King and Starbucks. What a trip. Looking for Alaska. There's Alaska, San Diego, 429C5, and delayed. Definitely not a great sign by any means, but maybe I'm staying the night. I don't know why it would be delayed. We'll have to approach the desk and ask some questions. Well, we're now looking at an estimated departure time of about 4:29. Staying a little bit longer than expected, but we'll be on the plane soon enough, headed back to San Diego. Alright friends, well, I've made it back to San Diego, and I'm currently at the courtesy vehicle pickup location, which is where I'm supposed to be picked up by shuttle, Park Shuttle and Fly. They should be here any minute. We'll take the shuttle back to the car, and that's gonna be a trip. A weird one at that for sure. Got a nice shower in the morning, and basically just flew all day with a nice little stop in Hawaii. So checking another one off the list. That was State 45 of 50. Still have 5 to go. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.